Hello, everyone, and welcome to Chat with the Butterfly. I think our technical gurus, we've gotten out of the way, and so that we can come here and chat with you. My name is Ellen McDowell, and this is my weekly show, Chat with the Butterfly. My purpose and passion is to help reduce the overwhelm for the non-tech savvy. And sometimes for the tech savvy, I have to reduce my own overwhelm. So it doesn't always go perfect, even for those of us who think we know what we're doing, as exampled by today. So I do ask if you know anybody who would like to learn how to be a business exhibitionist, if you'll hit share on this broadcast and share it out to your friends and colleagues, we'd sure appreciate that, so that other people can learn from my guest today, Evelyn Flynn, on how to be a business exhibitionist. So welcome, Evelyn.
Welcome, Ellen. Thank you so much for this opportunity to be with you on this live Facebook feed here and give our friends an opportunity to learn about how to be a business exhibitionist.
Yes. It is. I've heard parts of this talk before, so I'm excited to get to share it with my community. And Evelyn has been in business for 26 years now. Is that right?
Right.
Yes, with Adams Promotions, and she is your trade show whiz. She is here to help you to not leave money on the trade show floor, and she's got some interesting things. She even went to a trade show just this week to pick up a few new tips and share a few new tips with us. And she is a best-selling author, a past community leader. She is big with the BBB here in Baton Rouge, and also the founder of the Baton Rouge Women and Wine on Wednesday. So she stays active in the community, in her business, and when she has time, she likes to bake sweet treats. So I'm sure that Samantha loves when you're putting good smells like that in your kitchen. Samantha is her little gray poodle that is just so cute.
Well, thank you so much for that introduction, Ellen, and I appreciate this opportunity to share with everyone how to just be a business exhibitionist. And let me explain to you a little bit about how to be a business exhibition. The definition of Webster's Dictionary says, a tendency to display one's abilities to behave in such a way as to attract attention. So when you go to that trade show, do you attract the ideal target audience? Just a question to you, Ellen. You've been to trade shows. Have you attracted the ideal target audience that you're looking for to become a prospect and then turn into a customer?
Yeah, I probably didn't before I met you, but now I try and go in with much more focus on that, and even can go through and look at the different trade shows. And I know who has prepared and thought about their goals for that trade show and who has not, almost as soon as I walk in the room now.
Right. And I got a little story for you. This one will make you laugh. Several years ago, while attending a trade show, I watched as two ladies stood at the booth handing out T-shirts. And people were just standing in line, gathering their T-shirts along. And then they got to the end, and the lady said, "Ooh, we've already given out all our T-shirts." And when they depleted all the T-shirts to the other one, "Wow, that was a great show. We gave out over 1,000 shirts. Did I miss something?"
I think they're going to miss something.
And here's the thing, was T-shirts even their business? And what was the purpose of the shirt? So was your recipient the key buyer? They collected no leads. So they left with nothing. They went out and gave out thousands of dollars worth of T-shirts with no end results of follow-up. I put a note out on Facebook, I think it was last week or so, about how do you get new customers? And trade shows fit into that bill. You can make as many calls as you want, once a week, twice a week, every month, all day long making calls. But you can go to a trade show and hit as many potential customers right there at that trade show versus making cold calls.
You don't have to pay for the gas to drive around to do that.
No, you're in one spot, your audience is there, you can entertain them and get to know them and build relationships. Whereas it takes you much longer to have to make all those phone calls and develop that relationship. So trade shows are the ultimate way to go to get that trade show out there and to get new clients. That is the way to go. I'm a firm believer in it. When I went to the Livingston Parish Trade Show last week, they had hundreds of booths. And this is an area that was flooded. Me and you both know that, Ellen.
Mm-hmm.
And 90% of the residents and most of the businesses, I would say probably 80%, were down with no storefronts, no nothing.
Yeah, even if they still had their storefronts, they didn't have their customers because everybody was cleaning out flood houses or flood businesses.
That's correct. That's correct. But the turnout I saw at this trade show was unbelievable. So it tells me trade shows are the way to go to look for prospects and to get them. It's much easier when you've got them in a room and you can prospect with them, talk to them. And I went around to each booth and introduced myself, shook their hands. Thank you. I really want to get to know you better. I want an opportunity to do business with you. Even out of that, going around, just giving my card out, I have a speaking engage opportunity coming up for Trade Show Wiz. So trade shows are a way to build your business, your book of business. I think we talked a little bit about going to trade shows and planning for a trade show. When you go to a trade show, Ellen, how do you plan for your trade show? Give me a little feedback on when you go to a trade show and you're looking for a certain vendor, maybe to build something for you in your business, your book of business. You're looking to build with someone and build a rapport to work with them.
If it's somebody that I know, then hopefully I'm hoping they have a map laid out that shows me where that person's booth is. But if I don't have a certain one that I'm looking for, then it really is just looking for the one with the best display and the one that is the prettiest and most eye-catching usually.
Mm-hmm. But think about this. What if that person knew you and they sent you, say, a button to be a VIP at their trade show and it has their trade show booth number on it? Then you don't have to go looking and hunting. And they also tell you when you bring that trade show booth, if you bring that button and wearing it to their trade show booth, you're going to get an exceptional gift because you showed up as their customer.
And I definitely would go get my free gift if they told me ahead of time.
That's right.
that I was going to go get something.
That's right. That's right. And that's the way you get people into your booth. Using social media is another way to get people into your booth. Say you're doing a trade show that's not here and you're going to a new area, another state to do a trade show. Get on that social media. Put it out there. Put it out there weeks before you go. Let them know. Send it to your customers in that area. If they live in that state or they work in that state, send that to them so they can come to your trade show. That's a way of putting the news out there in a smart way and using email marketing campaigns out too.
Yes, if you can make sure that you know people are going to the booth ahead of time or going to the show ahead of time, then you can make sure that they know that you're going to be there and that they come seek out your booth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But most of the time, there's about 65% that people go to trade shows. 65 of exhibitors go to trade shows. They don't have a clear strategy or what they're doing. They don't have an objective. They don't have any plan or processes in place. And that's why we kind of bring a program to you to help you with that. We build a program. We build a custom program to suit your needs and fit your needs. And what is it that you're tired and frustrated of not seeing when you go to that trade show?
Yeah, I love that service that you offer for people because, like you said, so many people just, they know that a trade show is a good thing to do. Other people have done it. Everybody's always done it. So we're just going to go set up our booth and be there and give out our pins or have some candy so at least people stop by. And then, you know, they haven't planned for what to do or they haven't trained their people in the booth. I know I've passed by booths before at a trade show and the two people working the booth are sitting there talking to each other and not paying attention to who's walking through, or it's a half kind of like, oh, let us know if you have any questions type of thing. So,
and I saw some of that at the Livingston Parish Trade Show. And I'm actually one that made the introduction instead of them making the introduction to me.
Yeah.
And it should be just the other way around. And that comes with training of your employees, your salespeople, taking them and training them. That is value right there. When you put that back in your company of the training that you do for them, you just is going to equal profits in your company. So
Yes.
training is a big part of it, and working ahead of the game is a part of it. It's all a project that you have to work on in advance. So, and like when you went to, say you were going to a trade show and you went to that trade show, Ellen, and you went by their booth and say no one is there. But that's where you intended on going because you knew you were looking for that type of product or service. But then there's no one there but brochures on the table, maybe a few mints or something to pick up, maybe business cards, but there's no one to talk to. How does that make you feel as someone that's going to a trade show and you're looking for a certain product or service?
Confused. Why they only send one person? I'm going to assume that the person may have, run to get water or gone to the bathroom, but again, lack of preparation and lack of caring about making sure somebody's there to answer my questions.
And that company just spent XYZ amount of money, okay? And they have
hundreds, probably thousands at some show.
Yeah, some of those shows goes up to $10,000, $20,000 for these big, large shows. And you're spending that kind of money and you don't have anyone manning your booth. And another thing too is to look to plan. How many people have attended that show in the past? So what can you look on for history back to see what has been planned in the past and how many people have attended that show? Because that's a big part of you knowing how to plan for your show and how many people to man your booth with.
I love all these tips that you're giving out and sharing with our viewers.
Because I did a trade show some years ago. It was a wedding trade show at the Baton Rouge Centerplex. It's now the Raising Cane's Centerplex.
Center, I think, yes.
Center, Raising Cane's Center. And I actually hired some people to come in and help me with that because I did some research to find out how many people were attending that show. And I said, there's no way I can do this by myself. This many people, I'll be overwhelmed. And sure enough, I got 3 to 4 people, I think it was 4 people to help me. And I'm so glad I did because it was chaos.
Again, that preparation ahead of time. What is an ounce of preparation?
Yes. Preparation is everything. That is a key element in trade show marketing. It really is. If you don't plan and you don't have your elements, you don't have your processes in place, it can take you by storm. And I mean, it can wipe you out. You can have people coming through there and you can't collect all the leads.
Yeah. And collecting the leads of people who actually came through the booth.
That's correct.
You can't just send out emails to everybody just because they happen to go to the show. If you didn't get permission to talk to them, just because they attended that show doesn't give you permission necessarily to send them marketing emails. So you do need to collect the leads of people who actually came to the show.
Right.
Even if they give you permission to market to everybody who came to the show, they don't know you. And so they might mark you as spam, which is going to hurt all of your email delivery.
That is
we don't
correct.
want that.
That's why it's always a good idea when you do collect leads to get your sales staff on the phone the next day and get them in there calling those leads and asking them, hey, Mr. Customer or Miss Customer, you came by our trade show booth and we talked a little bit. I found out what your needs are. I'd like to talk to you further, but can I add you to our email list and send you out something in regards to what we spoke about? I'd like to send you a video. I'd like to send you some literature or content that might help with your issues in your business. And if they say, yes, that's great. They're part of your family. And then you can start the prospect. You can start the 7-touch process because you're going to be touching them 7 times before they become clients.
At minimum.
At minimum. At minimum. So, getting to know that know, like, and trust, that's where you build. And when you pay that call to them, that means everything.
Yes.
Or just sending them immediately. Now with text messaging, you can send them right before they leave, after they leave your booth. You can have someone take and send a text message out. In the sentence and just do a text message. Thank you for stopping by our booth, 2425. We appreciate it. Look forward to knowing you better from Trade Show Wiz.
That's right. Then they're added into a text marketing system.
That's it.
Follow up.
Yeah.
I know that you also have some tips on how to brand your booth and make sure that your booth is memorable for the long term.
Yes, I do. And I know a lot of people, realtors brand their booth with food. Okay. Cookies are an awesome way to go. But why not brand the cookies or do something with them, have some kind of label on them if you're going to give them out. I like the branding opportunity or having something branded because after they eat the cookie, they don't remember you. Okay. So you got to have a memorable experience, and you can give out a lot of cookies and get no business.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something to give them back. If they spend a few minutes, you don't actually have to give them that cookie right away. You can say, can I have a couple seconds with you? I just want to find out more about you. Tell me a little bit about yourself. And then they start talking, and then you get to know them a little bit better. And then after they tell you and you ask them, what is the issues in your company? Maybe what is your level 10 challenge in your company you're having right now? And they tell you what it is. Maybe it's staffing. And they say, well, we can come back with you and help you out with that case. Let us get to know you better. We'll fulfill your needs, and then we'll call you. And for just answering those two questions, here's a cookie for you. Instead of giving it right there and laying it out on the table for them to pick up and go by. Because what happens is a lot of time, I call it in our industry, the rakers. They rake off your table. They just come along, they rake. I've seen it at the Livingston Parish show. A lot of people had koozies and things like that, and pens and mints and candies and stadium cups. And those are all great and good. But how do they fit into your brand?
Yeah, I was at a small business SBA presentation earlier this week, and somebody said, oh, a branded pen, that's one of the best things that you can get. And I was like, well, yeah, it's one of those things that is memorable and people carry it around, but is it the best for your business? Maybe not. So let's, got somebody who can maybe get you to figure out what might be more appropriate to and long term and let you stand out more, right? So that they can do that.
Like, take for instance, if you're a restaurant, you're going to need pens.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're taking orders and you need a pen to write it down. But now they're going to these tablets. So they don't need a pen. They can use a pen with a stylus or get a stylus to push the buttons with so they don't have to touch it. But the pen.
And hopefully they'll give their waitress and waiters enough of them so that if I happen to take it off with me, the waitress still has enough for the next customer.
But here's the thing too. The pens can come when you have the client sign their receipt.
Right.
Give them the pen. That's a memorable piece. They'll keep it. Well, you have a to-go order.
Especially one with the stylus now.
Oh, yes. And to-go orders are getting very, very big. People are not going into the restaurants. They're using to-go. So they sign their check. You give the thing to them. They come and pick up their food, or the person that's coming to deliver it, they sign it. You give them the pen. You give the client the pen. There's a keeper. Something that will stick around. If you're a
they have your number the next time they need a to-go order.
That's
right
there. Right there. And I tell you another thing that'll be good with that is a magnet. Magnets stick on the refrigerator and they stay around forever. I have magnets stuck all over my refrigerator. I have magnets for Gormans. I have magnets for all kind of things. AC people, those kind of things stick around. They're not expensive branding.
Yeah.
And people
right now with waiter, that'd be real easy for them to throw in the bags, because the waiter people, you don't even sign for your order because you do it all online. So stick a magnet in the bag so that once they throw away all the styrofoam plates, they still have something with your logo on it.
And better yet, you could take the magnet they could tear off the coupons and give to the to-go person. You get $10 off on your to-go order of $100 or more. You know?
You've got some great tips. And anybody who's watching, even if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for watching the replay. But type in a question. We'll be happy to answer it. Whether you're here live, we'll answer it now, or you can type it in and we'll come back and make sure that we get all your questions answered. Because Evelyn really wants to help you be a business exhibitionist and make sure that you are publicizing your business to the best of its ability and that you are planning and branding. And then, Evelyn, I know something else that you said that you wanted to talk about was follow-up.
Follow-up, yes, yes. That is a major, major key in the trade show business. And if you don't have something in place, a process before you leave there, you will fail. You have to have a process in place. And I call it ganging everything together and deciding how you're going to set those processes up. Making a plan, visualizing how you're going to do it, and delegating. That's a big part of it, delegating. Get someone else to do it. If you have to hire a VA, if you're a one-person show business, hire a VA. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to call this list of book of leads out and do it, or email out as soon as we're at the show. I hired somebody to did it one time for my show. I had a show I did for LSU. Hey, when they left there, they already had an email sitting in their inbox saying, hey, I appreciate you coming by our booth. We'd love to talk with you. Evelyn will be calling you tomorrow or the next day to set a meeting with you. So that's how you follow up with people. You really want to do that, because if you don't, you will see that you will not see the return on your investment. Those leads are money. Every card you collect, or if you're putting them in some type of iPhone type lead generator, there are lead generators that you can hook directly up to your email marketing campaign, so that when you capture those leads, they go right into your email marketing. I know through Constant Contacts, there is a program. I can't remember the name of it. I used it.
It's actually built into Constant Contact. You just have your keyword built in, and my keyword is Social Butterfly to 22828, and you get put on my email list to start getting the 10 tips for social media marketing. Yep.
So engaging those people right after you leave that trade show is the most important thing. It makes them feel special. Then also, too, setting up some type of direct mail piece going to them. I like using some type of branded piece, thanking them for coming by their trade show booth. Directly mailed out.
Yeah.
It could be a bulky mail piece. It could be a box of some type with your branding on it. It could be a character. Maybe your business, I'm in a group, and one of the things the ladies is, one of her company name is Buzzing. And I have a B character. So she wants to go to a trade show and she wants to send them, it's all about her buzzing about her social media. Buzzing. Catch up with the buzz. What's the latest buzz going on in your business? And you might send that to them as a lead capture. We're buzzing with new ideas. You know, we have products that or services. We're buzzing with excellent service. You know.
And I love the fact that you said delegate it and plan it ahead of time as who is going to do what. Because don't assume that they know, you know, that your salesmen know that they're supposed to follow up with somebody afterwards.
Right.
Or don't have two people calling at the same time, and then they think, well, that company doesn't know what the left hand and the right hand is doing because it got two people calling me within 30 seconds.
And a good idea when you collect the cards is to turn it over and make some notes. Bring you one of those Sharpie pens that you can write on the card, because some of them had those shiny surfaces on it or something. Or make you some notes about that client. What stand out about that client? What is it that they, you know, the reason they came by your booth? What are they looking for? What is their pain?
Yeah. What do you need to follow up with them to where you're specific with
Right.
that follow up that you're doing?
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, when you work closely with companies and you want to get to know them, you really want to follow with them and touch them as many times as you can and ask them questions. What is it and why is it that you came by my booth? Why did we
Something that was
get surveys? Why did your booth stand out to that client? That helps you plan better. You know, get your comments and suggestions for those people that came by, because that helps you make adjustments and changes, or it helps you do the things that you're doing best to keep doing them and just expand upon those.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
That's it.
All right. I know that you can find Evelyn at tradeshowwiz.com. Evelyn, you want to share with us all the different ways that people can get in touch with you?
Well, and I wanted to say this too. This is kind of my closing thing. It's just working with a professional consultant will get you results at your trade show. And it will save you time, money, deliver concise clients coming into your business, and what's more important, the right team, the right expertise will get you there faster than doing it on your own. And we work with you before, during, and after the trade show, and we deliver stellar service that'll save you money and time, so you don't leave those trade show dollars on the trade show floor. And you can get in touch with me by going to adworkspromo.com or my Wiz website, tradeshowwiz.com. That's TRADESHOW and WIZ.com. So, and also I'm on Facebook under Evelyn Flynn, and I'm doing some rebranding currently, and I will have Trade Show Wiz up on that. And I have a trade show marketing group. I would love for you to come and join that. I will put it out on Ellen's page and share it on her social media channel on Facebook, so you can join the group.
Yeah, we'll make sure it's one of the comments here under this video so that people can link directly in there and get to it.
And yes, I'd love to give away a 30-minute free strategy session, and the first 10 people that leave comments under this video will get that 30-minute free strategy session.
Oh, so if you have a trade show coming up, then make sure that you get with Evelyn and take advantage of that free 30-minute session, because it will be worth it, and you will not be wasting money on a trade show booth, but investing money in your trade show booth and making sure that it is has a good ROI. Evelyn's going to do that for you. For sure, for sure.
Results is everything. It's a key ingredient to the recipe.
It is. And Evelyn, I can't let you go off. I know that that we wanted to talk a lot about the Trade Show Wiz and Trade Show, but my audience also wants to know a little bit about online marketing. We've talked a little bit about it and how you have done that, but I know that we've worked together on some things. So can you expand a little on how I have helped you with some of your online marketing and emails that we've done?
Yes, Ellen, you have been a jewel helping me with email marketing campaigns over the years. Shoot, even when I was down with a broken ankle, you came and helped me with my email marketing, and it kept my business flowing because I couldn't walk.
That's right. Couldn't get out of the house, but we kept you in front of your clients.
Couldn't drive for 7 weeks. So it was like she kept me right there front and center. I was on their program schedule and kept it going. And it kept my business rolling and kept everything going, getting out there. So I can't brag enough about Ellen and her capabilities in email marketing and keeping your business out there front and center of your clients. She has done that for me and she's a world of knowledge. I pick her brain every now and then about different things on marketing and websites, and asking her this and that because of my rebranding. And she's downright honest, and I appreciate that, because I don't want to put something out there that's not going to appeal to my target audience. And she is good about giving those key words that will get you noticed when you send those campaigns out, and get them open. Her conversion rate is high. I remember I got an order from one we did from Umbrella Palooza, was
right.
the marketing campaign. And it was a hit. And I had a customer here locally that ordered umbrellas. And he did not balk about the price. He ordered brand name umbrellas. And he was very pleased with them. And it was all because of that campaign. And then I had a marketing director from one of the competitors call me because she saw the Umbrella Palooza email marketing campaign. And she wanted me to come on board. And I said, I don't think so. Yours is like a template and everybody else gets it. I don't want to think inside the box. I'm an outside the box thinker. And that's how I believe in it. And I think me and Ellen, that's why we are on the same page, because she thinks outside the box with her business and how she handles her clients. So it's not thinking like everybody else. We're not all in the round cookie. Some of us like to be square. Some of us like to be rectangle. Different things for different folks.
That's right.
But
that's why God makes chocolate and vanilla.
That's right. That's right.
So, well, thank you so much, Evelyn, for coming on here today and for helping everybody to be a business exhibitionist. So I hope that everybody got some good tips, and get with Evelyn. Take her up on that 30-minute session. Just instant message her or get on her website and use the contact form there so that you can get in on one of those consultations that she's given away. That's an excellent value for what you're doing, and you're probably going to want to invest in another consultation with her after you get rid of your 30 minutes. So, Evelyn and I are also part of the Women's Prosperity Network, a mastermind group that is an international group. And we get together and we help build each other up. So many people are about competition and, we have to do that. And it's one of those groups that you come together and you give each other business ideas to help each other grow. And you go to our events where we give each other some growth and some tools and just new professional skills that you can use and implement in your business. And so that is another way that Evelyn and I have worked together.
Yep. And Women's Prosperity has done a lot for me. It's not just the networking, it's educational. Women's Prosperity has so much way to educate yourself. I got my certificate in speaking through Women's Prosperity. It has helped my business. It's helped me in projecting over to my customers. And I would recommend you thinking about Women's Prosperity as part of your networking group, but also look at the education behind what they have to offer. Besides that, they have Level Up. They have the big expo that they've got coming up. I can't remember the name of it. I know
the Unconference?
Unconference. I couldn't think of it. Thank you for that.
It's not a conference, it's an unconference. It's
yes.
Anything else.
Yes, and they have speaking courses that you can go and take and learn. And I'm ready to go back to take my second course on that speaking course just to give myself another boost.
Yeah, I think it's coming up in June in Fort Lauderdale, I believe, is the next one.
Yep. So
yeah. Yes, I'm ready for a refresher as well, and looking to get that going. So, connect with us nationally. You can go to womensprosperityNetwork.com specifically, then do /Baton Rouge to find out when our next events are. If you are watching it now, I believe our next event is May 27th is the next Mastermind local event. And then we're having a workshop after that with Alicia Berry, who is on her book tour right now. And she's coming and giving us a great deal for hers. I've got to get the spot tuned down for that, but we're going to do two things in May as well. So anyway, you can get in touch with me at ellenmcdowell.com. When that pops up, that actually my online calendar says, hey, let's chat. You can schedule a phone call with me to where you know that I have time, you can send me a quick note. You can share with me a document securely through my website. You can check out all the things that I offer, the email marketing, website building, social media marketing, and especially my online marketing GPS, my OMG. Because if you are overwhelmed by online marketing and social media, then come on and see a little bit about the OMG. I now have a 7-day free trial with that so that you can come in, see if the videos, ask a few questions, and get a taste for all that I have to offer there. So come check me out at ellenmcdowell.com. If you have any questions, make sure that you post them. I don't see any popping up here yet, so I'm going to hope to see some afterwards. And again, Ellen, thank you so much for taking time out of your afternoon. Sorry, my computer, my camera seemed to be flashing on and off. Glad we got this done and online so that I can share your message with the world and let everybody know how they can be a business exhibitionist and make sure that they are making those trade shows that they are investing in be profitable for them and help get them more clients, which is what we all want.
That is so correct, Ellen. And I'd like to just say this. Our vision is to give you the ultimate trade show experience and stellar service. And that's a guaranteed service. So I appreciate the opportunity. And if anyone needs to connect with me, it's my name, eflynn@me.com. That's eflynn@me.com. I look forward to working with all y'all. Please leave your comments down below and suggestions. Or if you'd like to do that 30-minute strategy session, just say yes, yes, yes.
That's right. That's right. Of course, we're both on LinkedIn as well, so you can connect with us there if that's your preferred thing. And so we're going to sign off for now. And until next week, it is another Chat with the Butterfly. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you, Ellen.
Thank you, Evelyn.